Hi. I know it's been a couple days since my last update again. Um, so updates. Last night my niece and I were finally able to have our fire. Burnt all my stuff. We looked at the cards he had written me over the years and ripped them up and threw them in the fire. Said how it's all lies. Um, but we played our loud music and had the fire and had some prosecco, and it was a lot of fun. We got pizza and I made these really yummy pumpkin cookies. And then we watched a Halloween movie and went to bed at a decent time. We had a really nice time. And then today, um, so to rewind, I got a call from a police officer, because he's setting a time. He wants to come pick up the stuff, but wants an officer here. And so I was talking to the officer. And he's like, so he said he got a letter of no contact. And I said, yeah. I'm like, I know that's not legally binding. I got it from the advocate. And he's like, oh yeah, I know her very well. I kind of explained, what exactly was going on, how he kept texting me. And he's like, oh, if it's text for like picking up a stuff. I'm like, no, it wasn't that. He's like, or like text like he wants you back. I'm like, no, it wasn't any of that. And I was going over some of the stuff like the mower and everything that he bought that he insisted on buying for me, because of course the week that this happened, the lawnmower broke, and like he just absolutely insisted on buying one and taking care of everything and like making sure I was set up. So now he wants all that back. So I told the officer, I told him I had documentation of him saying this. He says he has counter documentation of, the business paying for it. I'm like, yeah, because that's what he insisted. But I said, I don't even care. He can take it. He's like, so you're not going to contest it? I'm like, nope. I have a pile of things in the garage for him, which has been growing as I've been like really trying to go through and get everything I can of his. And so he was really nice. I felt like he was a little more on my side because of some of the comments he made about him. Which he can definitely be a pill. And so he was saying like, oh, is it, I know, you said that letter of no contact. Is it okay if, you guys talk to each other to set up a time? Excuse me. I've been sneezing all day. And I said, yep, that's totally fine. I'm like, I'm fine if we do like a time frame, because, if an officer comes, they can't guarantee that they can come at a certain time and date. It depends on what's happening. So I said, oh, I'm fine with the time frame, and then he can let me know like when exactly he's coming over. He's like, oh, that's perfect. I'm like, I was totally open and willing. And like I said, up until Monday morning, I was open and willing to work with him. So let's see. He did. Let me see. I did get an email from him at some point. Give me a minute, girls. Saying like he understood the no contact. He needed to pick up some stuff. I can't exactly. Oh, he was going to start making the payments for the animals like November 1st and all this stuff. I'm like, wow. So maybe he actually did talk to a lawyer, and now he understands the situation, because it was a pretty big turnaround. So then I emailed him saying what would be the time frame, date and time frame of when you want to come. What's this list that you're saying of things that you want and stuff like that. And then he said, due to your email, I'll have an officer contact you for the time. Whatever. And then he sent me a screenshot of a message from this guy that made the workbench in the garage, saying how he made it for him to his specifications. And that's where I'm like, no. You specifically said you were going to leave that here. I helped you remove attachments on it, because you wanted the attachments, but said you were going to leave the workbench here. So, no, that's not happening. You can have everything else, that workbench stays. And it irked me so much. I'm like, why is this? It's like the last straw, I guess, maybe. But I'm like, no. that's going to stay. And I just didn't respond. So waiting around, trying to figure out when this is going to happen. So I'm like, well, I'm not just going to hang out at home all day for him to just text me like, hey, I'm coming over. It's not how it's going to happen. So he did finally message me, asking what a time frame was. And I said, you can come today at this, between, this and this, or we can do tomorrow. And all he said was tomorrow. So I gave him a couple of options and then didn't hear back. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're not going to tell me, I'm not obligated to be here. But, I don't really have much else going on. But it's just, it's annoying. So today, my niece and I made us a big, beautiful breakfast. And then we decided she owed me a coffee, so we went and picked up coffee. And then we decided we wanted to go smell all the holiday stuff at Bath & Body Works. And I had a free item, so we went. I ended up getting a candle, but it was on sale and I had 25% off. And then I had a free item. So I spent like $10 and got both those. I know it was one of the 3-wick candles, which I think normally is like almost $27. Just the candle. So I was really happy about that, and we just had a really nice time. And then we came back to my house and just kind of hung out. I made her take the dogs on a quick walk with me. She did not want to, and I'm like, no, let's go, come on. Because we were both like feeling really blah and tired. We didn't do any of the cleaning that we had said we were going to. So we went, and then we came home, ate some more of the pumpkin cookies. And I told him, like, you don't have to stay because I don't think he's coming today. Because, still hadn't had any word. So then she finally left. And then I just kind of chilled out, watched a little TV. And then I decided, okay, I got to do something. So I finally cleaned my bathroom. And then decided, okay, I'm going to gift myself a clean house this week. So cleaned my bathroom, did a re-clean of the other 2 bathrooms, and then did a redusting of the entire house. So now tomorrow, the big thing is just floors, which are the worst part. I need to vacuum everything, mop. I think I'm going to wash a bunch of the rugs. So, and then I'll have a pretty clean house. And then it's going to, my niece is going to help me with a lot of the organizing of things, which I don't really care that we didn't get to this weekend. Excuse me. It's kind of cool, rainy off and on, just like a nice cozy fall day. I felt kind of gross today. I don't know if it's from the Prosecco last night, Prosecco and pizza, or if it's a sign I'm going to get a migraine because I've had some weird symptoms and I can't tell if it's what it's from. In the next couple days, if I get a migraine, we'll know it's from that. Excuse me. So, yeah. I talked to the officer. I think I talked to the officer twice. I think he called me, like Wyatt called him, he called me, then he called Wyatt back, and then he called me back. So, but I mean, both officers, I don't even remember if it's the same one now. I can't remember their names. Super nice. Yeah, and I knew, that's why I said the time frame, because I know it's I don't want to say a specific time because I want it to work for the officer more than anything. So that's the only reason I'm open for it, is I want it to be within the officer being able to come. When it comes to my ex, I'm like, he can do what I say. If I give him a time and that doesn't work for him, he better figure it out. I mean, that's what I say. I'm still really, I'm a pushover. But and I would give him a different time. I'm giving him my boundaries now. So, yeah. But there was nice progress made. And, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. I'm ready for bed. So it's been actually pretty decent. It was one of our first interactions where I didn't feel sick after. And then, when I got that screenshot of his friend saying how he built that workbench for him, it was just so I was just so irritated and angry, and oh, I'm like, he doesn't even have a spot for it. It's just gonna go to his parents' house, and I'm like, no, that was built for this garage and this house, and just I was just so, yeah, I don't know why. Like, that's what I'm thinking. It's like the last straw. Just no, you've taken enough stuff. My garage is full of his stuff. And I've packed up almost everything that he took. Like, and my friend from work, she's like, you have been more than considerate enough for him. She's like, you keep that workbench. He's fine. I'm like, right? Like, he doesn't just get to tell me what's happening and how anymore. And then the officer, when he's like, okay, after he gets his stuff, there is no reason for him to contact you anymore. So if it persists, we can look into do something else for you. Which, I don't know how accurate that is, because the one lady I talked to said the officers don't really, know like the law that way. So, but he was really nice about it. And that was really nice. Really, yeah, just really understanding. So that's my update. It felt like it was a lot, and I really wanted to do this, but still, yeah, just the days go by so fast, and between dog walks or playing with them or getting the daily chores done or everything. Oh my gosh. So, but I'm really happy I made myself get up and do some stuff. I'm so excited for a nice clean house and to see how long it lasts now. Yeah. Oh, and then last night, right after my niece gets here, and we're letting the dogs in because, they lose their minds, and Lucy especially just like jumps all over people. And then I haven't worked in the garden yet. Things aren't really dying yet. So, anyways, I had a pot that I had pulled stuff out of sitting next to the step coming into the house. And it was a hanging pot, so it had its handle. The dogs are so frantic and crazy, and then when Ethel runs in, her leg got stuck in it, and she pulled this pot of dirt in, and then she like freaked out, and then she like did a little yelp and cry, and then turned around and growled like she was gonna fight it, and then there's dirt all over the floor. Ugh. I'm like, well, that was a crazy mess. Luckily, the majority of it landed on the rug right there, but now there's like dirt all over, and just, yeah, so the floor's driving me nuts. It's been driving me nuts. So I finally stopped, and I have like my cleaning caddy in my bathroom for, I don't know, a week, and so it's finally getting some stuff done. Change my sheets, wash my towels, all that. Sorry, this is all over the place. I'm very scattered. I've been very scattered all week, even working and stuff. Like, I just scattered. So, sorry, this update's probably just wackadoodle, but yeah, okay, I should go yell at the dogs to stop barking. Go to bed. I'm so tired now. And let's see. Oh, I'm almost at my 10,000 steps. Oh my goodness. Oh. I read that sneezing and yawning a lot can also be a sign of a migraine. We'll see. We'll see what the next couple days bring. But the stress of everything happening, yeah. I'm really surprised that hasn't been like a migraine every day. But anyways, I gotta go get that dog to stop barking and stop rambling, because I probably don't make any more sense. Any sense anymore? Whatever. Okay. I will talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully he picks up his junk, and hopefully I have a good update for you. So thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to whatever I just said. Okay. Love you. Bye.